This isn't the first coup attempt in the United States, but is there a modern-day Smedley Butler? Check it out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. New Jersey. Hey, David. Thanks for watching us on YouTube. What's up?
Hi. Just like other callers, I, too, think we've crossed another paradigm, except I don't think we should be we who are sensible should be talking about how bad Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, and Senator Hawley are. I think we should be looking at the person we voted for, who's Joe Biden, who immediately said he wanted unity, and then he says after the coup that he wants a sensible, principled Republican Party. I mean, why not have a sensible, principled
don't you, David?
Progressive Party or a bullwhip party from Teddy Roosevelt?
Well, that's not what he was talking about. He was talking about the Republican Party, and he was basically noting that the Republican Party seems to have been taken over by fascists, and he would like to have back some Republicans who are reasonable. I think it's a fantasy, frankly, at this point. I think they've gone over the edge.
I think we're
America
in a time where we have
in the process of slipping into fascism, and if it's not arrested quickly, it's going to get worse. But anyhow, David, you were going to say something else.
I said I think we're in a time where we have to have a plan to de-radicalize the 74 million people that voted for him. And if we look to history, including our own, there was a coup in the 1930s, which was promulgated by Roosevelt by having big government, by ushering in the New Deal, and that there was no second coup. I think that's what we need.
There was a group of Republican associated industrialists,
the DuPont family,
that generation's version of our right-wing billionaires, who tried to hire Smedley Butler and a group, a veterans group that had about 100,000 members, which had already signed up for this, by the way. The veterans group was in on this. And they tried to hire Smedley Butler, who at that time was, like Eisenhower was after World War II. This was after World War I, and Smedley Butler was a famous Marine general, and he was probably the most famous military officer in America, and widely revered. And they tried to hire him to lead these troops into the White House to kidnap or kill Franklin Roosevelt, and he blew the whistle on them. And thus we averted a coup in the 1930s, a fascist coup in the 1930s. And of course, there was the fascist coup that happened in 1860 that we refer to ultimately as the Civil War. This is our third try, each one 80 years apart. No coincidence, in my opinion. Am I making your point, David?
Right. Yes, you're right. And Smedley Butler spoke out against it as well. I just think a de-radicalization program would be a guaranteed jobs program, increase all the things that Senator Sanders wants.
I agree. I've written about this, and I've talked about this on this program. When you gut the economy of a country, you create radicalism. It can be left-wing radicalism, right-wing radicalism, racially based radicalism, religion-based radicalism. When you create an economic crisis, or when you have an economic crisis, the Treaty of Versailles after World War I, and John Kenneth Galbraith came out and said this: if you guys sign this treaty, the punishing sanctions on Germany will force them into World War II. They will create a second war. He was absolutely right. The rise of the fascists in Germany came out of the punishment of the Treaty of Versailles. And now we've got 40 years of Reaganism, has punished the American middle class, gutted the American middle class. And guess what? We've got widespread radicalism. And a piece of the solution, only one piece of the solution, is to try to rebuild the middle class.